Another one-on-one is getting rid of blame. And this is hard. I'm not saying this is easy. A lot of these skills are not really hard. But as Wayne Dyer always says, it's never crowded on the extra mile. If you really want to be successful, if you want to be at the top, we've got to embrace some of these philosophies. We've got to learn some of these skills, be they easy or not. And the next one is banishing blame. No matter who is to blame. Of course, there have been things and people in our lives that really were not positive for us. But if we continue to blame someone else, we're putting the responsibility outside ourselves. We're giving someone else the control, the power. If we own it all, if we say regardless what our background was, regardless what our education was, regardless what that partner did, we now are going to own it all. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We take the entire responsibility. And as soon as we take responsibility and control, we then are in control. We can take the helm. You know, we can control the rest of our future. And it is not hard, but it's absolutely essential. It's not easy, but it's absolutely essential. We've got to do that. We've got to stand up and say, okay, no training wheels, no blame, no resentment. From here on, I'm doing it my way. I'm going out there forward. I'm taking it all. I'm taking responsibility. And it has, and you may have heard this before, those of you who are also Oprah fans, this has been likened to drinking carrying this sort of resentment has been likened to drinking poison yourself and expecting someone else to die. It's not going to work. You're going to blame someone else, and ultimately you're only going to hold yourself back. And again, I know this is not easy. So how do we do it? There's a couple of exercises that I like. One is from Louise Hay. I don't know if any of you are familiar with her. Wonderful, wonderful. She's in her 80s now and as vibrant as ever. But she has this little exercise in one of her very first books called You Can Heal Your Life, where she says you take that person, if it was maybe a difficult childhood experience or a really poor relationship or a poor working relationship or whatever it is that's really holding you back, you take that person and you sit them on a little stage and you see good things happening to them. You see confetti, they're getting awards. It's them now who is getting the accolades. And while that might seem counterintuitive, it's helping to release the blame and resentment that you feel towards that person. And while ultimately it may very well heal that relationship, that's not even the point right now. The point is to heal and harmonize you and give you all the tools that you need to be really, really successful.